Blake Production.
Yo, what is poppin', Wonderfi squad? So I don't know what number video this is on Wonderfi, but it's up there. I don't know who's paying attention to all that stuff, but whoever's been watching, I appreciate your support. I've been having a lot of fun doing this type of shit, and I'm excited for the future when it comes to Wonderfi. Now, I'm gonna name off a bunch of catalysts that I think play a pretty important role in the stock's performance. I got this detail after listening to their Q3 investor meeting. That happened yesterday, and I listened to the playback of it this morning, and I thought, you know what, there's a lot of things that are very interesting that they're doing, and it gives me a little bit more conviction when it comes to Wonderfi. Again, this isn't financial advice. Anything could happen. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen with the stock, but I'm going to start listing off some fundamentals, and then we're going to get into the technicals. So what I have here, we have to keep this in mind that there is regulated staking offered in Canada, right? So Wonderfi, through BitBuy, one of their subsidiaries, is offering a staking platform now that is, and it's regulated. Now think about it. Coinbase, Binance, FTX, Kraken, all these other exchanges that you used to be able to stake your crypto on and basically gain rewards in terms of yield on your investment, those are now not available in Canada. So the fact that Wonderfi has taken this step to make this not only available, but it's fully regulated through the Canadian Security Association, or CSA, I believe it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's huge. And I think that that's something in the future that is going to attract a lot of buyers into the space, a lot of investors in the space. I don't think in the future people are going to be looking to banks and GIC accounts with their bank to get a 3% yield. I think what they're going to be looking for is cryptocurrencies and L2s that offer staking platforms that give 5% to 10% yield, depending on how much you stake at a time. I think this is huge, right? So think about this again. It's a Canadian stock. I'm thinking about Canadians who are interested in crypto, and Canadians who want a platform that they can trust and use safely. I forget, it's Tetra, I believe. Wonderfi owns 50% of Tetra, which is basically a security to protect crypto assets. That's just a quick summarization of it. Owning 50% of that is huge. The rest of what the companies that they own and the subsidiaries they own is a full 100%. Wonderfi owns them. So this is huge. Another thing, right? They've successfully acquired 5 out of 11 regulated crypto platforms in Canada. Okay, 5 out of 11. That gives them the market share. They're the largest Canadian crypto platform. Wonderfi is the largest Canadian crypto platform now. They own 5 out of 11. I can't really speak for them. I have no idea what's going on. I imagine they're going to try to acquire more in the future, and I think it's probably a good idea for the other 7 or 6 out of these 11 to consider combining with Wonderfi to create an even larger platform to make it more easily accessible, and pretty much join forces. If you can't beat them, join them. So I think that's exciting. The fact that they have 695 million in customer assets, and I think that with the interest of crypto space in Canada and the interest rising in Bitcoin, the interest rising in people wanting a new, better investment vehicle, I think that that's just going to grow over the years go by. So I think that is very exciting. We also have an increase in monthly users compared to Q2. Smart Pay, that is essentially one of Wonderfi's subsidiaries that is allowing vendors to receive payments in Bitcoin. So imagine you start a business and you want to receive your payments in crypto. You use Smart Pay in order to allow that to occur. So I believe they have 24 merchants who have joined, and an increase in revenue, 53% increase in revenue when it comes to Smart Pay. So that's just another vehicle that this company is essentially getting revenue from, which is huge. We have CoinSquare, we have BitBuy, we have Coinberry, we have Bitvo that was just recently acquired, and they have Smart Pay, Tetra. It's exciting. What I could see what they're doing. They're trying to dominate the Canadian crypto space in a regulated, safe way. This is huge for Canadians, I think, and it's starting to get me a little bit more excited. I see what they're doing. So these are just a few things, right? A 31 increase in users that are staking on BitBuy. Again, that's huge. 31% increase. We're not even in the midst of a full-on bull market yet. This bull market is an infant. We're not even close to the pre-teens, teens yet. Next year is going to get wild. So I think it's time to pay attention to that. Like I mentioned earlier, the crackdown on unregulated exchanges in Canada makes Wonderfi a standout player, in my opinion. Right? Taking away the FTX, taking away Binance, Kraken, all these exchanges, their inability to be used in Canada makes Wonderfi even stronger, right? If you want to have these opportunities, you can use some of Wonderfi's platforms to do that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into a technical perspective of the stock, okay? Again, none of this is it's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. But I have broken down this stock many times in the past. I think it's important for us to pay attention to the cycles of the market, right? You see euphoria over here. This is the height of the bull market in 2021, November, right? We peak at $3.06, and then we come down all the way back down to November 2022, and the stock drops drastically in value, 95% in value. Now, I could see that could probably get a few people rattled who bought up top. But you have to look at all the building that they've tried to accomplish in this bear market, right? So they've accomplished a lot in terms of building up this company to prepare for this next bull run. So I split it up into 3 phases from November 2021 to November 2022, November 2022 to November 2023, and then November 2023 to November 2024, which I will mark out now, okay? This is how I see it. We have a bear market, an accumulation phase. I think this next November to November into 2024 is going to be essentially breaking these upper support zones. This is what I'm expecting to see from a technical perspective. So that's why I have a lot of these zones marked out. We have 41 cents marked out. We might as well mark out 62 cents. We'll mark out $1.19. So again, in this major zone, this most importantly is the largest and most important zone in my humble opinion. And why I say that is because we have a major supply here. Now, when we zoom in right on the weekly time frame, it's clear that we have yet to break up over this zone. Big struggle in the 25-cent range. What I like is we have this double bottom pattern that's giving us strong support, right? So a level that we can expect to be strong support is clear that this 11-cent range, the price doesn't want to be down here. There's a strong amount of buyers in this zone, giving us this double bottom pattern over a monthly time period, okay? Another thing I like to point out, we are now over the 8 EMA on the weekly time frame. Again, this needs to hold. If this holds in the next few weeks and we stay above this EMA and create a bullish pattern, that's going to give us a catalyst in terms of a technical perspective on prices are rising, the interest in the stock is rising, the relative strength of the stock will be rising. This video is getting long, but it's jam-packed, filled with information, and I hope it's posing of some value to you. So these are some small little things that we're going to be looking out for. What we want to see now is us weaken this supply zone, break above it, and then test as support. If it could test as support and hold, I think that is an evident sign that the interest in the stock is rising and the demand is also increasing as well. So this is what we're looking for. Small battles and small wins throughout the next year that will lead us into higher prices in the stock eventually is what we're looking at. So I'm excited. Wonderfi seems very, very interesting right now, especially for Canadians. I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Peace.